Hey guys, what is going on? This is Ip of RageQuitTV. Gonna be casting a game between EG.PuMa and its Gosu's HwangSin. HwangSin starts off the match with, I'm against Puma, and Puma calling HwangSin a lady killer, aka stud. HwangSin asking Puma how he is and blushing at the previous comment. Puma goes, not so good, TT. HwangSin saying, why? Why you not doing so good, Mr. Puma? And that looks like that is all of it. We will be having Puma go for that 10 supply depot as the SCV has been pulled off, but it looks like he's been pulled off just a little bit too early. 9 supply right now. There he goes at 10, so 1 SCV was queued up, but still about 5-10 seconds too early. Maybe missed out on 5 or 10 minerals there. HwangSin throwing down the 9 pylon, but not scouting right after the map. Right after that, the map is Shattered Temple, and we'll see when he ends up going for his gateway. Most likely going to be at 13. And we'll just keep an eye out on that. And Puma saying because Puma was saying he's not doing so good. HwangSin asked why. Puma saying because of you. HwangSin going Huck, and I don't mean the player. If you swap out that H with an F, you get more of a literal meaning to what Huck actually means in Korean. HwangSin is going to be scouting after the gateway, which looks like it may have been on 14. HwangSin saying, I'll see you at the next MLG. Puma, it's so far away, TT. HwangSin going, I know, QQ. And hopefully now we will get an actual game, and I can focus on what is actually going on. We do have that 12 barracks, 13 refinery, and HwangSin with either a 13 or a 14 gateway. And going out to scout after the gate, it is on Shattered Temple. So there are only 2 spawning locations. HwangSin guessing the correct one. And what this does, doing this super delayed scout, because almost every Protoss will be scouting after 9 pylon because it's what they do. Puma maybe actually thinking HwangSin is in this position just because the probe made it to his base so, like, it didn't make it to space that quick. So he's probably assuming the probe immediately went here after the 9 pylon, then went over to this base. So we'll see if Puma does end up going to the base at the 9 o'clock and not the 12 o'clock. The probe just coming up here, trying to see as much as he possibly can. He did, he possibly saw the gas SCV coming back, but it is unlikely. So right now, he may be just thinking Puma does have 1 barracks up. That's why the probe was up there. Just trying to see if he could see a command center building off over in the distance. But Puma going for a second refinery and a factory. So opening up with the chatting, he does go for a little bit of cheese as he does get this refinery up really quickly. It looks like he's either going to go for a Cloaked Banshee or 1-1-1. And knowing Puma, it is going to be a 1-1-1 as he has so many different variations of that. And he does end up scouting that 9 o'clock base first, probably because he thought that's where HwangSin was just based on the time the probe did get into his base. We do have HwangSin skipping the Zealot, just getting Stalkers out, going on patrol, making sure no Reapers or anything can come in. And he is on 2 gases right now, throws down the Twilight Count, so it looks like he thinks that Puma is going to go for a 1 Rax expand and going to try to abuse Blink. As he does go for the Twilight Council and now going for a Robo Facility. The Observer will allow him to blink up on this high ground. And Puma right now getting this tech lab. He is building the starport right now. The starport nowhere near close to finishing, so he will be getting a siege tank first. And most likely will be going for siege tech after the second tank. Maybe while this first one is building, we will see exactly what Puma ends up doing. But since he is getting tanks, he will be able to defend against this Blink Stalker play rather easily, as he is not going to be going for a 1 Rax expand that HwangSin may be thinking he is doing. The SCV does go down. Doesn't really get that much of a scout. Does see 2 Stalkers if he was paying attention the whole time. You could see HwangSin hit the second one up on the top of the ramp as soon as he realized what was happening. He's like, oh no, I'm being scouted. Don't show him anything. We do have an observer on the way for HwangSin to see exactly what Puma is up to. Puma does have 1 tank out. Has started the second tank production. Now is his time that he does get siege tech. And getting a Viking out first. That is a little bit odd. Looks like he is trying to snipe observers with that 1 Viking. Raven will be next, so he's not going to be doing the variant with Banshees. Or maybe he will do Banshees and use the Raven Viking to snipe observers, and then the Banshee can cloak and do as much damage as it possibly wants to. Do have the reactor on this barracks just producing as many Marines as possible. The observer does come in here, does see it is in fact the 111, and does see attack level on both the starport and the factory. Doesn't know that Viking did come out, so he may be thinking a Banshee is on the way, or maybe a Raven. The Stalkers immediately go up here just in case a dropship is coming or anything of that sort. He knows that Puma's in his base, and there could have been a Banshee or a medevac just waiting here, so he goes up there, double checks the observer, just making sure everything is safe. And we do have HwangSin placing a pylon right here, looking like he wants to ninja an Expo over in this 9 o'clock base. Stalkers do blink on down, and the observer, where is it? Observer. Right here, so it will be allowing that HwangSin to blink up relatively shortly. But Puma does have 3 tanks and a handful of Marines, so HwangSin can't blink up. He is just going to be very happy with taking this one supply depot out. Meanwhile, he is going to be taking his expansion as we do have a scouting SCV for Puma. Going to be coming in here, get exactly what is going on in HwangSin's base. 2 Stalkers do morph in. The SCV does turn away, does not get a chance to see that Twilight Council is going to be going away. The Stalkers do blink, revealing Twilight is done. And now, Puma does know about blink. The reactor is being targeted down right now. 1 Stalker does fall. Reactor does burn to the ground. That will slow down that Marine production relatively by 50%, because that's how reactors work. We do have Puma realizing, okay, well, he knows about my 111 and looking like he may be able to stop it. I am just going to throw down my expansion right now. We do have the Raven on the way, so it can take out the observer, but with the blink for the Stalkers, it's going to be very hard for this one Viking to pick off the observer. The natural expo, well, not natural, the second base of HwangSin is just about complete. Again, the SCV did come here to scout, and he had no idea. He was just checking the natural, came up here, saw the gateway, saw the blink. He's like, okay, HwangSin is going to be one basing me as well, but HwangSin was getting a base while Puma scouted. He just couldn't scout it because it was a ninja. And we do have another gateway being built, the charge on the way, so he will have charge lots and blink stalkers, which will be very good against this mix just because the Zealots can get up close and personal to the Marines and tanks. If they get close to the Marines, well, the tanks kill the Marines. If they get close to the tanks, well, they just kill the tanks. The Observer is taking one shot, gets another shot, one more shot, will take the Observer out. Looks like he is going to be going for it. That Viking, Raven, almost goes down to 5 HP. Going over to this worker count. No, worker count is 32 probes to 29 SCVs. We do have another Observer up here and will possibly be spotted. It is on this edge, so if Puma tries to go for it, HwangSin can blink and save it. The Raven most likely will be getting repaired. We do have a scan going down, just looking if HwangSin is taking his natural, and HwangSin gonna be coming down here, will be taking that. Does Puma see it? No, he doesn't. He saw the probe coming down, so he may know about that, but just throwing the scan to try to get the timing of that expo. So right now he thinks that HwangSin is one basing him, as Puma is one basing HwangSin. But we know, because we are the Observer, that HwangSin does have a Ninja Expo way over here. Stacking that Chrono Boost energy, that may not be smart. He does have the Nexus's hotkeyed, so I'm not sure why he's not using that Chrono Boost. And he is getting a Temple Archive, so maybe he's just saving that so he can get Storm out as soon as possible. That Temple Archives did start in like 11:30. That is a ridiculously early Temple Archives, and we do have, looks like, a Viking coming out here for Puma. And the Stalkers do kind of split up. They went up, down. They went here and here. So when the Vikings saw them, it was too late, and they could just pounce on top of it. But it looks like Puma is going to be moving out. Takes out that one Observer. The Stalkers going to be sitting here just in case Puma decides to move out, but he is going to be just gutting his Expo. And this looks like he is not going to be kind of going all in off this 111. Looks like he has transitioned out of it, thinking that his expansion came out before HwangSin's and that he's in great shape, when in reality he is not. We do have that Storm starting now. Stim packs have started. It looks like Puma, yes, he does have combat shields. Another medevac is on the way for Puma. And since Puma did get the combat shields, if HwangSin saw that, he may know Puma is playing the defensive game as long as he clicked on a Marine, saw the 55 HP, or just saw a shield on those Marines, as that does signify combat shields is done. And generally, Terrans won't be aggressive with combat shields. They'll wait until Stim just because once they stim Marines, they are pretty much no longer any good. And here we go, Puma is going to be moving out, but that Storm just finishing. HwangSin hitting the money timing on that Storm. Does he have any Templars out? Yes, he does have 2 Templars gaining energy already. Scan does go down. He sees those Templars. Oh my god, 70 energy on them. He's hit the money timing with this, and 3 Stalkers going to be coming in. Tank does come back, and the tank looks like it will be going down. Those SCVs could not repair it in time, but here we go, big battle going down here. There's Zealots going on those tanks, but there's so many Marines. Storm going down, but it does whiff on a lot of those Marines. This point defense drone doing its work, allowing the Stalkers not to do any damage. Marines going to be coming in here. There's still really good HP. That stim now just finishing. No Storms done for HwangSin. He is out of energy. HwangSin in a lot of trouble right now. Those tanks going to be sieging up. Going to be hitting on those Stalkers. Stalker's going to blink up on that high ground. The Marines going to be taking out this one Immortal. Tank's going to be unsieging. And looking like they just want to get in better position. And now Puma is going to be inching his way up here, trying to take out this one pylon. If he can take out this pylon, that will unpower 2 gateways. Feedback does go down on a medevac, taking it down. There are still 2 more medevacs here. That pylon does slowly but surely get taken out. We do have 2 Immortals coming in. What will they go on? What are they attacking? Looks like they do take out one of those tanks rather quickly, but now they're just attacking the Marines. They do have to go on the other tanks, but he refused to go on that, but he does hit a Storm on all those Marines. And because of that Storm, it looks like he will be able to hold on. He did lose his natural Puma, thinking that HwangSin is on 1 base, but in reality, HwangSin is still on 2 bases. HwangSin does blink on top of that Marauder. He is going to be retreating with the Viking. The Viking is going to be going out, and if it goes on the path, it will be scouting this 1 base. HwangSin morphing in 2 high Templars. He is at full energy on that, and these probes so close to going down and does not go down. Zealot does come. The Marine just needs to attack, and come on, Marine, switch over to it. He goes in the medevac and lets that 1 probe live. Almost killed 2 of them. But he also sees where this Templar Archives is at. We do have him getting more and more medevacs. He is not rebuilding that tank count because LOL tanks and PVT. You gotta be kidding me. And it looks like, yeah, that High Templar did get the feedback off on the Raven, which means Puma knows about that 1 base. Is going up in a medevac to go and drop that base. At the same time, he does have 2 medevacs going in over here. Going to be dropping here. There is a pylon that does scout this. HwangSin sees it coming. Where are his troops at? I don't know where his troops are at. He is morphing in a few Zealots and this 1 Stalker. Everything just tugging this 1 Templar Archives. The Templar Archives is going to be falling. At the same time, you have this 1 medevac on the way here. The Zealot for HwangSin looks like it will scout the medevac, so he knows about that. 1 Marauder does get left behind, because these Marines, they're just a little bit greedy. Maybe Puma is going to be doing a little bit of trading. And no, he's just going to be dropping, trying to take out all these Zealots as that medevac is coming along. That Stalker does go down. More Stalkers going to be morphed in. Puma going to be trying to kite backwards, take out those Stalkers. 2 Stalkers almost down, and he does get both of those. And now a drop coming down here. The High Templar is going to get a Storm off. Weakens everything. There's still more Templars here. The medevac is going to be getting feedback and just hide out on that high ground. We do have that Templar Archives getting taken out, so no more High Templars being morphed. Wait, he has already rebuilt that down at the natural. We do have the 3rd base for Puma being built. It looks like he wants to do another drop, but there was an observer right here. If HwangSin was paying attention, he knows about that. He is leaving a few units right here just so those drops won't do too much, as he does place a lot of units. And it doesn't look like he knows that drop is coming, as everything is retreating going into this. Is he going to get a whooping just before this comes? There's enough for 2 units. Come on, what's going to happen? Is he going to whoop in just before this? He is going into attack, and there we go. The whooping does happen. It is not at the main, it is at the natural down here. And Puma is going to do a lot of damage here. Going to be taking out that Twilight Council, not knowing that the Templar Archives did get rebuilt already. And here we go. HwangSin going to be going in for the attack on Puma. Puma trying to get the Mobius Reactor research to get those ghosts. All the SCVs coming out. Looks like we do have a base trade going on. Big Storm going off on all those units. Puma may not be able to hold this off as he does come in here. Looks like he is going to be saying yes. Base trade accepted. More Templars coming to throw those Storms off. Those medevacs have to get to safety. PuMa going to be losing this one base here. He does have the high ground advantage and a PF right here, so he may be safe here. There's medevacs going to be coming out, so he can defend his main base. And he has unpowered the Robo facility, and the Marauder going to be coming down here. Will he get a chance to see that Templar Archives? Yes, he does just barely see the Templar Archives, and he is on a retreat all the way back for home. Will he be able to make it? The Ghost Academy has gone down, but they're already Ghost in production. I think Mobius Reactor has finished, and that Immortal getting targeted. The EMP just went off, and looks like he's ignoring that Immortal right now as the Zealots do come in from behind. A few hits on that Immortal would take it out. That Immortal just doing so much damage, up to 14 kills. PuMa hit the Immortal. There he goes. Immortal getting hit. Now this one gonna be falling as well. Zealot's still here for HwangSin, mainly just looking for drops. This command center did not fall. And we'll see, is he building any ghosts? No, he is not. I believe Mobius Reactor is done, though. And here we go, HwangSin. Gonna be trying to defend this with a lot of High Templars. And this is just bio from PuMa, not too much of it. He does have 2 ghosts here. The ghost, though, not at enough energy. 2 EMP, both around 30. Observer right here, and PuMa does look like he sees it. He will be coming back to drop and scan this one Observer. Or maybe he saw the forces coming in to defend against that drop. HwangSin definitely didn't know about it. And here we go. PuMa is going to be coming in. Doesn't have the energy. And he scans, sees all these templates. That's not enough where he can just snipe them down. He should wait until he has the energy to EMP. He is rebuilding that Ghost Academy so he can build more ghosts. This Ghost going to get picked off. And the blink does go down, but the Ghost does get saved as PuMa does stim and do some damage. But here we go. All those Templars, those Ghosts trying to stall till they have enough energy. 75 energy. Now he can get an EMP off. If he can hit all those High Templars with this Immortal, that is going to be lights out for HwangSin. But will he be able to get that money EMP off? Marine does come, and snipes go off on that Templar, and that means he doesn't have enough energy to storm just yet. 61 energy, and 66, and 72. So he will have enough energy to EMP in this battle. And here we go. Is he going to get the EMPs off? Stim comes down, and there we go. 1 EMP goes off on 2 Templars and gets 1 Immortal, it looks like. But he's still got enough for 1 more EMP, but he does get feedback. And here we go. The big battle coming on. Will PuMa be able to hold on here? It's not looking good for him. The Immortal's almost out of shield. There's Archon still at full shields. PuMa going to have to retreat. And here he goes. He is going to be retreating back. He is not doing any drops. Does have 2 medevacs. I don't know what those things are doing. Stalkers do blink. Going to take out 1, 2 medevacs. Another one almost does go down. And this one base in trouble. He has lost 40 workers so far. And that last kind of big hurrah from HwangSin. But somehow PuMa still staying in this game. And another drop comes in. So it looks like he is hoping that HwangSin has left. HwangSin going to be going to attack these rocks to go on his 4th base, but PuMa going to be going in for a Doom drop. He does throw the scan, takes out that 1 Observer. I don't think this Observer saw this, and we have 5 whoop-ins ready. Will he whoop them in now? He does have the resources and energy. I don't know why he's not whooping in. No whoop-ins required for HwangSin. There he goes, whooping in a unit. That gateway is going to be falling, and few Stalkers going to get taken out. Looks like HwangSin is going to go for that base trade as PuMa is in here. He does have enough forces to kill all this. It looks like now that that Archon did go down, he should be focusing on those Immortals, but it looks like he will be pulling back to deal with this force of HwangSin. HwangSin has split up his army. This is significantly weaker. We do have Jebediah, the SCV, just hanging out outside. Big Storm does go down. PuMa walking kind of back in that. The Ghost does not have energy to do anything. And all the Bioforce is going to go up behind this refineries where they can't get surrounded by Zealots. But those Archons could do massive damage to them. There he goes. All that Bioforce clumped together. And this one Archon going to be going down. PuMa does have that high ground advantage. That Zealot charges up to his doom. As another Zealot will be going down as well. Looks like HwangSin is going to be backing off, which I don't agree with. He is at 55 supply while PuMa at 38. Looks like PuMa going to be going in to do another doom drop. Okay, as HwangSin does come in, And here we go, Puma with his Doom Drops coming in. Few Zealots being morphed. That will not be enough to deal with all of this bio. Feedback instantly goes down. One Templar was mixed in with that. Medevac did fall because of that. And here we go. We do have HwangSin coming into the main base of PuMa. The production facilities are going down. He's not lifting anything up. And PuMa going to be losing his main base. But at the same time, he is taking out all the pylons pounding those gateways. And now going to go down, take out more and more pylons. Possibly just going to target this Nexus down. HwangSin's supply is upside down. But PuMa cannot build a single unit because he does not have the production. He is staying alive by that PF. His orbital command at its natural looks like it will be going on to the base at the bottom right as PuMa just does the ginormous base trade, taking out more and more pylons. HwangSin is rebuilding gateways at this third base because all his gateways are unpowered. One Marine just sitting right here making sure those gateways stay unpowered. He is going to be coming in, take out this gold base now. We do have HwangSin pulling back with just a few immortals. That's not many units, and PuMa does intercept that. He can easily clean those forces up with the stem. Is he going to turn? Yes! Does turn around, takes that out. He could just engage against these immortals, but it looks like more units are whooping in. He does take that pylon out. PuMa going up in this medevac, not realizing he probably could just overpower those immortals with a big stem. And even lifting those SCVs up on this high ground. We do have him building a factory over here. And that factory most likely is for a starport, so it can go for cloaked banshees, because that is what Terrans do. When they go into a base trade, they go for cloaked banshees. And PuMa gonna be setting up shop right here. He does have his base down here, gonna be muling this up to high heaven. And does have this one PF that HwangSin does not want to engage. And
base is under attack.
Still has this one Marine in Jebediah the SCV attacking the Nexus. And two barracks going to be landing, it looks like, to rebuild Marines. PuMa still has plenty of money going in this army tab. We do have 23 supply, 267. PuMa definitely way behind. Those rocks have been taken out. Those mules going to be mining the last of their minerals. They mine 14, so 60 minerals. 20. Not too much. About 300 minerals those mules did mine. And here we go, HwangSin wants to take out this gold base. He's going to be going back for it. We do have a few immortals, and I think HwangSin could just overpower those immortals and take them out of the picture right now. He's going to go for that Nexus. Could just go for those immortals. He's going to be microing around. Takes out that Nexus. And going to be going up and going away. So it looks like he doesn't want to go for those immortals at all. Just take out the Nexus. HwangSin can immediately rebuild that. I guess this is his main now. Is pretty much mined down. We have Jebediah and the Lone Marine almost taking out this Nexus. It is down to 160 HP. We do have HwangSin long distance mining here, saying, hey guys, what's going on? Feel free. Make yourself at home. We don't care about this base anymore. Make yourself, oh no! We're going to take you out as the Nexus does fall. The Marine does die as the Nexus falls to the ground. We do have PuMa with a small task force. Factory just floating around, trying to see what he can. Starport is going to be building a tech lab up here. And I think he may have cloaked research. I'm not positive. Temple Archives does finish, and Jebediah does sneak all the way over here. Does see that. And now, will he make it 2 Nexuses? Will he take 2 out by pretty much himself? PuMa rebuilding his units right here, just hiding those Marines. Waiting for HwangSin to engage, it looks like. Well, maybe forgetting. No, he has those selected. Choosing not to use them just yet. Waiting for those storms so he can just charge right in and kill them all. But does get his Marine storm. And all those storms have gone down. Now those Templars will be falling. He is morphing into an Archon. HwangSin, though, being very careful, not leaving this gold base unattended. Realizing, okay, now it's time. He is running amok here in PuMa. Will he be coming in to take that out? We do have Cloak being researched, so no, that was not done. And now these barracks going to be taken out. PuMa will be forced to lift up and relocate. But this one barracks looks like it may get taken out. The Stalkers are coming in as slow as they possibly can. They could blink, try to get there a little bit quicker. This barracks on fire, so that will be falling to the ground. This one, however, is not. It is on the way. HwangSin is attacking the wrong one. Go for this one. There he goes. Looks like he is switching. No, he's attacking both of them. Just needs to get this one on fire so they both burn to the ground. Banshee versus Stalker, of course, the Banshee does win. But this does tell HwangSin to build more observers, as he does have a robo facility at this base, as well as Jebediah. The good old scout, the faithful scout, is going to see this base forever. Who needs scans when you got good old Jebediah? And uh-oh, he's on a mission to retreat as the Banshee does come in. It is cloaked. Banshee goes down, but Jebediah is escaping for his life. And oh my god, the Stalkers are chasing him. Will he get away? They just need to blink, but oh my god, Jebediah does manage to get away. Cloak Banshee is here, does live with so low HP, 10 HP. Jebediah, no, does go down. And now, HwangSin coming in here. This may be the fight that ends it all. Or will Puma be able to retreat? He is going to get a few hits off of those zealots and be like, oh no! Does pick up and run away. The starport is building a Raven right now. I think he has the Banshee getting repaired somewhere. There it is. It was getting repaired right there. There's no anti-air. The Banshee doing what she can. Templar's coming. Needs to cloak. Cloak. Oh, feedback. That sucks. And now the Urkon will be able to take it out in just 2 hits. There we go. The Urkon does take it out. And the Stalkers going to be blinking. Puma is at 1-1 right now, but it doesn't look like it is enough to take out all these Stalkers as HwangSin does get those reinforcements. Puma holding on for his life. It looks like HwangSin is going to go attack this PF now. He does have Storm on these High Templars. So those SCVs, the 5 or 6, they cannot repair it. And there's Barracks going to be doing the Terran thing and floating off. Looks like a command center or something just blew up. Don't know what that was. And the Barracks going to be going on over. They will catch on fire very shortly. These Stalkers can even blink across. There he goes, blinking across that little cliff. And now Barracks going to be falling. Puma going to be rebuilding hopes on this high ground. Does have a Barracks building Marauders. Looks like he will be ferrying them across to do even more damage. And the starport is going to be falling as now HwangSin does find it. Will it lift up though and move on over? And if Puma can manage to snipe this gold base, he may actually win the game. Just because HwangSin not really mining, he's staying way low on minerals. So if this Nexus goes down, Puma will have no air units. HwangSin will have no air units, which would allow Puma to try to force the stalemate. Auto turrets going down to attack those Stalkers. They would try and attack pros, but Stalkers do manage to take them both out without taking... Oh, man. Without taking a loss. 3 HP left on that one. And Puma ferrying his units back across, but that may be a bad move as HwangSin is moving in to go and take out those Marauders. Does he see them? No, he doesn't. Looks like he just wants to take out this one factory. And Puma better ferry those Marauders across to the other side. And the Stalkers do blink up, do find Puma's mining base. And gonna be attacking these barracks. They are building enough Marauders. Keep in mind, those Marauders are at 1-1. The Stalkers at 0-0, so they won't be a match for the Marauders. If a point defense turn does come down, auto turret does come down, SCV is off the line to help out. And actually there's enough Stalkers where this Marauders just can't do a thing despite the upgrades. And now HwangSin moving all his forces back. We do have 4 Marauders right here. Looks at the medevac going in. I don't know what is going through Puma's mind right now. But at the start of the game, when Puma said he's not doing so well because of HwangSin, I think we found out why. Because HwangSin just has Puma's number here. And here we go. 4 Marauders going to be stimming to try to take out this one base. Takes out those High Templars immediately. Feedback does go down. There is one Templar somewhere. Well, that is a very long range of feedback. Those Marauders going to be getting taken out by these 2 Immortals and those Storms. And there goes the GG by Puma. What an epic game. And we'll be going up into SC2 gears any minute now. So sit tight. Let me just move everything to the other monitor so I can see when I do my transitions. Let's see. Hold on one sec. And again, I will be showing you all the things and try to recap what was said in the chat. If I get any of those translations wrong, feel free at any time. Just leave me a comment in the video. I read every comment. If there's any comments at all, anything I did good, anything I did bad, let me know. I read everything. And don't forget to subscribe because it really does help me. I do casting every single day of the week. And they're always epic games like this one. Here we go. We are in SE2 Gears. Let me just get into PuMa's game. And if you're wondering why I just don't do editing and just cut out that downtime, it's because I don't do any editing on my videos. Editing would add another 30 minutes to an hour on this whole thing, and it wouldn't allow me to get it up every day. It would just take too much time. So let's go to the APM because that's how we start off the thing. We do have macro APM for HwangSin at 48, while his micro is at 151. PuMa 89, while his macro is at 183. Redundancy for PuMa at 38%. HwangSin just slowly behind that at 34%. Maybe not slowly on redundancy, just a little bit lower. Lower is better, in my opinion. We do have overall APM for PuMa at 166, for HwangSin at 200. So HwangSin has more APM and less redundancy, which is an excellent combination. Going over into the resources. Where is the resources spent? We do have it very even, with HwangSin spending 13k gas, PuMa spending 10k minerals, HwangSin spending 3k more on that gas, which is about little less than 33%. Maybe, if I was a betting man, I'd say it'd be like 28.6%. I don't know, that's off the top of my head. Hold on, let's open up a calculator and check that out. How close can I get there? So what did I say? 5 divided by 13,200. Aw, 2. Yeah, 200. 10,375 divided by that. Aw, did not get it. Done. Pretty close. It was 22%, more or less. PuMa mined 22% less gas. It was so close with my prediction. Oh well, we'll go on to the mineral spend. 41k for PuMa, 39k for HwangSin. That's 39.7k and 41k pretty much on the dot. So spending within 1k minerals. Very close game in terms of resources spent. Going over into the unit tiers, we do have HwangSin. Oh, whoa, that's a very early Raven. Tier 3 at the 6-minute mark. That is really like the 7-8 minute mark. And High Templa's out around 11 minutes, it looks like. Pretty good. Both players going to Tier 3 as soon as humanly possible. And right here, just moving in 6 High Templars. Oh my god, so many High Templars. We'll go into those counts very shortly. Let's go in the units. We do have 42 High Templars for HwangSin versus the 5 Ghosts for PuMa. 12 Immortals versus the 110 Marauders. 115 Zealots versus, that is more, 157 Marines? Stupid names. Oh well, 157 Marines, I'm going to say that is. It looks like it is. 2 Ravens, 23 Medevacs, 10 Siege Tanks, 60 Stalkers, 81 Probes, 2 99 SCVs, 8 Observers, 2 Sentries. You can see everything here. You don't need me to read it to you. Govu, not upgrades. The only real upgrades pretty much were the 1-1. Of course, you got Stim and all that. Abilities by groups. This is always interesting. We had 15 Archon Morphs, 15 Feedbacks, 2 Guardian Shields, 34 Storms, 2, oh no, that's 2 Force Fields, and, well, 2 Guardian Shields as well. 49 Blinks, 27 Morph to Warp Gates, 829 Attack Move Commands, and 55 Chrono Boost. For PuMa, we have 9 Snipes, 6 EMPs, 5 Auto Turrets, 2 Morphs to PFs, 71 Stims, 3-point defense drones, 10 Scans, 8 Tanks, 37 Mules, 6 Orbital Commands, Morphs, and 413 Attack Moves. Let's go. What did I not do? Main building control doesn't show anything. That's mainly just for injects. We saw unit tiers. We saw pretty much everything, guys. So you know what that means we do? We hop back into the game and go to the Lost tab. We could do see the Lost tab. PuMa losing 37k. Yeah, 37k. HwangSin losing 34k. 3k difference in the loss. That was a very good game. Hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe because it does help me. Take care, guys, and I will see you tomorrow.